Welcome to Tackle Fanatics TV, and in this episode of TFTV you get a chance to see Prologic's Quasar pod and goalpost kit.
Now here we are again with one of the brand new exciting products this year for from the Prologic guys. Now this one I can tell you already, all the boys has been talking about this one. It's quite exciting. For all the tackle tarts out there, you gotta love this. Now basically, looks like a normal buzz bar bag. This is actually the Quasar compact rod pod. Now it's also available in another version which is a black aluminium. Now the Quasar one is constructed using a 3-ton carbon with all black anodized fittings, very sexy, very niche. And dare I say it, it is very, very, very tackle tartish. Now, basically, the biggest part of this bag is the buzz bars. Two 3-rod buzz bars inside, which construct a goalpost setup. Extremely light, versatile. Now, this was the main criteria when we made this pod. We wanted a pod that was so light, but it had a number of uses. So basically, before I build it up, I'll tell you what you can use, how you can use this pod. Basically, you've got a 3-rod buzz bar goalpost setup. You've also got all these little bank sticks, so you can fish rod singles. So you could fish 3-rod singles, 3 rods on a goalpost setup. And basically, it all builds up into a nice, extremely strong, lightweight rod pod. It can be used on hard standing, on the platforms. It's probably the most versatile rod pod to date. Now, I'm going to build this up, so just bear with me while I take you through all stage by stage. So you can see we have 2 goalpost setup buzz bars, both 3-rod. Now basically the rear ones have been shortened down so it nicely sprays your rods out depending on how far you have them away, but very, very, very tackle tartish. We've got 4 short, very short bank sticks. So there we have an extremely lightweight but very strong, very durable goalpost setup. This is again constructed from the 3K carbon with all the black anodized fittings. I mean, this is more of a, I'd say a black silk finish, which again is very, very, very sought after by all you tackle tarts out there. Also comes with these 4 lightweight bank sticks. Now these have a basically a small bracket on the end which can be unscrewed, so you can use these as a standard bank stick as well, but obviously we've got to keep those in there for this moment in time because we're going to build it up into the rod pod. Now the main feature of this, how we'll construct this rod pod, comes from this. Now basically this is constructed out of stainless steel. Now this is the part where all the forces and everything are basically going to be put onto the rod pod. Now the legs, or the arms should I say, can spray out, so you can set them if you wanted to use your own buzz bars. For instance, you wanted a 4-rod setup and you had your own buzz bars. Basically, because it's a normal bank stick thread, you could put your buzz bars on this. You could also put a 2-rod goalpost setup buzz bar on this, so if you only wanted to fish 2 rods. This is how versatile this rod pod is. So these all slot into place like so. Just simply lock the screw underneath. Now we've allowed you to move these about, so basically to suit your own goalpost, your own setup. They just lock into place like so. Then repeat the process at the other end. And it has to be one of the lightest, strongest, lightweight, like I say, dare I say it, I keep saying this word, versatile pods on the market. Now you'll see from there, we've also got the adjustment, so you can lift your rod tips up if need be, you can drop them back down again, and vice versa at the other end. You can also extend the pod in the centre to as long as you want. Basically the uses of this pod are endless. Also, if you pay attention to the middle here, we've left a hole in there. Now this is the same, well, it's slightly bigger diameter for your normal bivvy peg, so you can really drive this into the ground, so your pod's not going to get dragged in and stuff like that. And obviously if you're the guys who use the screws on the wooden platforms and stuff like that, you can put a screw straight into there and you know your rod pod is absolutely solid. Look out for this one. Now, like I said, we're also doing this black aluminium version, because black aluminium seems to be the in thing at the moment. The carbon, the Quasar, is the top of the range one. The new one, well, the black aluminium one, is called the Blackfire. Now that's going to be available for 2016 as well. Exactly the same concept, exactly the same setup, but it's all nice niche black aluminium.
You've been tuned into TFTV. Tackle Fanatics stock an extensive range of Prologic products at the best prices around. To view our range, log on to www.tacklefanatics.co.uk. Remember, Tackle Fanatics offer finance to make your tackle purchase more affordable. Tight lines and wet nets from everybody at TFTV.